Hey, what is going on everyone? It's me, Mr. Mario, and in this video here, we're going to be revisiting the PlayStation 4 with PlayStation Vue or the Vue After free jailbreak. And this is specifically going to show you all how you can prevent the PlayStation Vue application itself from auto-updating. Now, there are ways where you can do this just by going into your settings, going over to network settings, and then setting up your DNS here through the custom settings. Unfortunately, this does not work for everyone, and another thing is you also need to be on an exact version of PlayStation Vue. You can check right here, and if you've jailbroken the system yourself, you can verify this as well, but you must be on version 1.24. You cannot be any higher and you cannot be any lower. But depending on some people's networks and even setups, they might have their app accidentally auto-update. And if it auto-updates, then you end up losing your jailbreak and you have to set it up again. Now, what I'm about to show you is nothing new, but it was new to me, and it is from this screenshot here from Earth Onion, which was forwarded originally from user Masyemi. Now, I hope I'm saying that name right. I tried to put it through a pronunciation site, did not work. That's going to be my attempt here. But what we're going to do is follow the instructions, and by the end of it, I'll show you all how you can hopefully successfully break PlayStation Vue from updating. So this is going to require a few things. First of all, it will require your PlayStation 4 up and running and connected to the internet, and it must also be jailbroken with the Vue After free jailbreak. I have several videos covering how to do this. What we're going to do first is jailbreak the PlayStation 4. If you haven't already, go ahead, fire up Vue After free and let it do its work. As you can see right here, it successfully jailbroke. Everything is showing up, and you can see that I'm running version 1.24. Next, we need to go up to the settings here. We're going to go over to network, and this time around, we're going to go to set up internet connection, use whichever connection type you want. I'm going to use LAN, and this time we're going to use easy. So that way we're not going to do any custom DNS settings. There we go. Once that's all done, we can go ahead and exit out of here. And now you're going to see some scary messages like update the system software. You might even see a system update download, but we're just going to pause it and make sure that doesn't do anything. I can even check right here, notifications. Yeah, there's nothing on this yet. So what we need to do is highlight the PlayStation Vue application, and you have to be a bit quick about this. Press the options button on here. Now go down to check for update. It's going to check for an update. And once it does that, quickly come up to notifications, go over to the update, and hit pause. There we go, so we were able to stop it quick enough. Again, you do have to be quick about that, especially if you're on a fast connection. The next thing we're going to need now, since that is paused, is going to be the PS4 Explorer, 2.0 specifically. If you don't have this already, you should download it and install it, and you can do that pretty easily through the Homebrew store. But if you already have it installed, go ahead and fire up PS4 Explorer. Once this loads up, go ahead and go into root access, and now we're going to have to go to a specific folder. So we're going to scroll all the way down into the user directory. We're now going to look for BGFT. We're going to go into task, and now you need to go to the very most recent folder. We're just going to go to the bottom here, and yours might differ, but again, like I said, just go to the folder at the very bottom of this page. Navigate into this folder, and you're going to look for this patch.pkg. If you want to verify what this is, you can tap the X button right here and check this out. It does show this is the PlayStation Vue 1.36 update. We do not want this here. Now, we're not going to install this, so I'm going to press the circle button, but what we can do is tap the triangle button, go down to delete, and we're going to say yes. There we go. So at this point, we can go ahead and close out of here. I'm going to close the application. And that's about all we have to do. At this point now, we can go ahead and try to update it, but check this out. All right, cannot download PlayStation Vue 1.36. If we come back up here, we're just getting a generic error, cannot download, view error info. And you see that there's nothing that we can do right there. I can even try to retry this. Yep, does not work. Just to double check this as well, I'm even going to restart the system. So I'm just going to do this. Reboot, and let's try this from a completely stock setup. So now you can see here the system is restarting. I have not put my DNS settings back in place here, so I have to be a little bit careful because, well, you can see there is a new update. I'll go ahead and come over here, and it looks like I did actually break my update functionality before. I did that on purpose with the update blocker payload, so I am not able to update the system software, thankfully. But if we try PlayStation Vue, like I said, I can come over here. We're still getting that same error. We can even try to resume it. Nothing. And even if I try to close out of that, I'm just trying to show you all that this is not going to work here. There we go, got that. I'll try here yet again, check for update. And there we go. That's all there is to it. So we cannot download or install that update, thankfully, which is exactly what we need. Now, if you're wondering if this still actually works, well, we can go ahead and fire this up. I don't have my DNS on here, like I said, so I'll go ahead and say update later. Let's fire this up. Hit OK. And there we go. So we're all good at this point. Now, if you want to at least protect yourself a bit, you can put your DNS back on. If you haven't done that, or if you forgot the DNS, you can go back over to network, set up internet connection, pick your connection type, automatic for the IP address unless you know what you're doing there, do not specify, DNS we're going to change to manual, and I'll go ahead and set this to the one I recommend based off of what the Vue After free related team recommends here, which is the one on screen. Go ahead, hit done, we're going to do next, automatic, do not use, test internet connection, and we should get an IP address and everything else should fail. Now the last thing we really need to do, you can see that we're jailbroken, but if we check this out, well, take a look at that. Yep, we're not able to update there. So again, that's another good sign. But the last thing here is going to be this message. If you're getting this here, there's a really easy way to fix it, which I've shown in previous videos, but we can just go ahead and knock that out real quick. Go ahead, hit OK. And once you come over to this menu, go to your payload menu, find the fake signin.bin and just run it. And there we go. Once we get that message, let's go ahead and reboot one more time. This time, like I said, we have the update functionality broken, but we also have that DNS in place. And there we go. We have it restarted here. Now, like I said, we have the DNS in place. We have all of that blocked, but if we try and run PlayStation Vue, well, let's see, start application without updating. And there we go. We've been successfully jailbroken. So at this point, you should be good to go, and you should now hopefully have a little bit of protection from your PlayStation Vue application automatically updating. Now, as a heads up, even though we've successfully broken the app from updating on here, you are going to run into this snag whenever you load up the application. If you do want to get rid of it, it is possible simply by deleting the failed update, but keep in mind, once you do that, you are going to be undoing that protection you had in place, which means that your application could automatically update on accident yet again. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to make your choice wisely right there. If you want to deal with the slight annoyance and have updates be blocked completely, or if you want to still run that risk in case you're on a network where DNS blocking and mitigation might not work here. Just keep that in mind. If this video helped you out, a like would absolutely be appreciated, and if you didn't like it, a dislike is fine as well too. But as I always say, this is Mr. Mario, signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone.